Hello, and welcome to Meditation and Moonbeams, where we talk about how to use moon phases for manifesting, then follow up with a guided meditation to support your mental well being and emotional goals. This meditation series is brought to you as part of the UMA Community Clinic Black Visions of Wellness program. I am Rhonda Jabari, a master level Reiki practitioner and teacher, certified chakra therapist, certified aromatherapist, wellness practitioner, and founder of Wellness Uprising, a healing studio located in the Westchester, LAX neighborhood of Los Angeles. I help people regain a sense of control and balance in their lives using Reiki, chakra balancing, and aromatherapy to remove and release any energy that no longer serves a positive purpose. You can learn more about me on my website, www.wellnessuprising.com. Today, we'll do an exercise to identify self-judgment and bring in self-compassion. First, I'd like for you to think about how it is that you came to be here. Did you choose this topic or did it choose you? What attracted you to be present in this moment at this time? How do your belly, chest, and head each feel when you reflect on the topic of self-judgment and self-compassion? Do you have specific emotions that you can associate with these feelings? Do you have positive or negative stories about what you believe in regarding your right to shed judgment and to welcome in self-compassion? Be aware that there are many, many others who are feeling similarly about this topic as you, so you're not alone on your journey. How do you think you might feel with increased awareness around this topic? And as you leave me today, I'd like for you to consider when you can apply increased mindfulness to this topic in your day-to-day life. Before we begin our meditation, let's talk about actually not about today's, about the upcoming full moon in the sign of Leo. Today is February 1st, 2023, and on February 5th, we'll be transitioning into that full moon cycle. You know, when the moon is full, it shines 12 to 15 times brighter than any other time. And that is if it isn't hidden behind a cloudy sky. It illuminates our path and we can feel things coming to full fruition at that time. Our vision is clearer and our emotions run high. The full moon in Leo is easy energy to navigate for the following signs: Aries, Gemini, Leo, of course, Libras, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. So that's about half of the zodiac. For the other half, we're going to be struggling just a little bit because it's a bit more challenging. The energy of the full moon in Leo is prideful, like the lion, maybe a little too proud. This is a good time to get in touch with humility. Ask yourselves these questions. Have you been too self-centered, egotistical, or proud? Have you been treating the people around you like minions? Have you been arrogant, vain, pushy, or pompous? Have you been expressing yourself creatively enough? And have you shown yourself enough self-love? You know, the work that we do in any moon phase with any moon cycle is all about finding balance in our lives. And the full moon in Leo presents opportunities to strike a balance between what your friends need from you and what you need from yourself. Now let's move on with a brief meditation for identifying self-judgment and bringing in self-compassion. I invite you to close your eyes and relax your body and maybe take a couple of slow breaths, making sure that you soften any tension around your shoulders or your belly. Now, let's take 3 cleansing breaths together to remove any stagnant air in the body. Inhale deeply through your nose and exhale through the mouth using your stomach, not your chest. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take another deep breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release it through the mouth. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time together. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now resume your normal breathing pattern. If you feel a need to take a deep cleansing breath during the exercise, please do so. Remain relaxed. If your body tenses in any area, just take a deep breath and see yourself loosening up every cell in your body and exhale fully. Self-judgment and self-criticism can be very ingrained thought patterns, so much so that we don't even realize they're happening. Many of us have a lot of conditioning that negatively impacts the thoughts we hold about ourselves. And many of us are just starting to recognize the ways in which we talk to ourselves or how often we treat ourselves with unkindness. Much like improving our physical health, it's important to first be aware of the ways in which we are suffering as a result of self-judgment. It's also important to not start judging ourselves for judging ourselves. We've been doing our best, and self-compassion is a skill that must be learned and practiced like any other. This meditation is to support us in identifying self-judgment and then welcoming in self-compassion to meet it. It starts with making a physical connection. Throughout this exercise, allow your eyes to do whatever they need to do for you to have the most awareness without being distracted by your surroundings. For some, that means allowing your eyelids to close. For others, it means having them half open and softening your gaze and letting yourself just look at something and be out of focus. Now, once again, tune into your breathing. This is to help you come into contact with how your body is feeling now and the present moment. The breath anchors us to the present because it is only ever happening now, not in the future, not in the past. So just tune in and notice, where are you feeling your breath? Is it more in the chest area or the throat or around your nostrils? If your breathing feels a little shallow, what does it feel like to allow yourself to deepen your breath, breathing right into the bottom of your lungs? Just explore this gently without force or expectation. It's not a forced effort. Are there any sensations or emotions that arise by doing this, by deepening or feeling your breath? Just take note of them, knowing there is nothing to change or fix. All our sensations, emotions, and experiences are welcome in this practice. Let's take a silent moment to lean into those sensations. If it feels good, allow your breath to deepen even further, right into your belly. Again, notice how your body responds to this. Notice if anything is coming into your consciousness that wasn't there before. If there are any thoughts coming up, just observe them, note them as thoughts, and allow them to dissolve. I'll go quiet briefly to allow this observation. As you allow your body to be still and rest, you might note that certain ideas or concepts are floating to the surface. You may notice messaging like, I don't know how to do this right, or I can't stop thinking about fill in the blank. You might notice emotions arising, which is very normal. When we slow down and are still, we create space for things to come up. It's like we're taking our feelings off mute and now we can hear them. Conversely, you might feel nothing at all, which is equally normal. Many of us, once we start paying attention to what's happening in our minds and hearts, experience a sort of numbness. Remember, feeling nothing is still feeling something. So if you feel nothing, just allow yourself to have that experience too. Whatever it is that you're experiencing, see if you can just watch it and note whether there are any voices of self-blame or self-criticism coming up. Next, I'll be asking a series of questions and allowing time in between for you to just pause and think about your answers. Are you telling yourself that you should be feeling something different? Are you resisting this experience and telling yourself that you shouldn't be? Is there anxiety about the future or a sense that this is a waste of time and you should be getting things done? Whatever the critical voice is saying, for now, you're just letting it speak. You're just tuning into the radio in your mind. If at any point this becomes too difficult, ground back into your breath or notice your connection with the earth beneath you. Do whatever you need to do to care for yourself. Once you're aware of what messaging you're receiving from your brain, sink back into your body. Notice if there are any physical experiences that might be coming up. You might notice tightness in your shoulders, a holding in your stomach, a fluttering in your throat, or a sense of numbness throughout your entire body. There might be something altogether different. Whatever you're experiencing, just witness it. If our thoughts are like the part of the iceberg you can see above the water, our emotions are the much larger part beneath the surface. It's just there holding up the thought, which is the part that we can see. Feelings that come up around self-criticism can be anything from anxiety to varying levels of fear or grief or anger. I'm going to go quiet here for 1 minute to see if you can notice and label what emotions are swirling around in your heart your throat area, and your belly. Now, see if you can try just in this practice to let go of the thought that's above the surface and sink into your body. Offer some compassion towards the emotions or feelings you have. At this time, it might be a good idea to place one hand over your heart or stomach or around your collarbone, and then place the other hand on top of the first. Experience the warmth and the sensation of care and compassion that comes with touch. Yes, even when we touch ourselves. You can allow your breath to deepen again, breathing into that sense of care and concern. Can you say to those emotions or to this experience, it's okay? Can you allow it to be in your body while offering it some kindness? You can also deliver the message to your whole being. It's okay. It's not your fault. You're doing your best. I'm here for you. Whatever feels right, whatever you might say to an upset child or pet, see what it feels like to say that to yourself, to the parts of you that are suffering. You can also try placing a hand on your cheek or your arm and gently stroking with care, anywhere that feels right. We're all trying our best in life. And while thinking critical thoughts about ourselves or our actions can seem like a motivating thing to do or a way to prevent us from getting hurt, being critical and judgmental of ourselves actually causes more suffering. Paying attention to how we talk to ourselves can be a key in unlocking our patterns of thinking. Then, showing care and concern for the parts of us that are struggling can help us to positively transform the relationships we have with ourselves. The more often we practice this, the sooner we're able to recognize self critical thoughts. And when we recognize these thoughts, we can remind ourselves that we're perfectly imperfect humans, doing our best, and that no matter what, we're worthy of love, acceptance, and encouragement. So take a few more loving breaths into and out of your body. Now, follow my voice back to the present, remembering this incredible feeling of self-compassion. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're now awake, feeling full of vitality, serenely confident, and powerful. 5, 6, 7. You feel light and happy. 8, 9, 10. You're fully aware and wide awake. Thank you for meditating with us today, and make sure you join us next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific for another healing session of meditation and moonbeams with Uma, Black Visions of Wellness, and me, Rhonda Kuykendall Jabari of Wellness Uprising.